Thank you, John. Next up will be Mr. Felix Alvarado, he's running in the governor's race. If you would at this time, please welcome Felix to the podium.
Stop that. Okay, I guess this is the best spot, okay? I am Felix Alvarado, and I am running for governor. As you can see, I'm here, and I would appreciate it if you send an email to Dallas Morning News saying that I'm here, because I have been all over the state, and Dallas Morning News says that I haven't been campaigning. I don't know where they got that information from, but I have been all over the state. Mine is a grassroots campaign, okay? Farouk, Bill White, theirs is not a grassroots campaign, but you're spending millions, okay? I'm spending my own money on this campaign, and I'm not doing that bad considering it's just my money. I am a school teacher, I'm a veteran, I am a Democrat, yeah, with a capital D, not a D, capital D. And what that means to you is this: I have democratic values, I have democratic principles, I have democratic ideals. I don't negotiate with Republicans as a Republican, I negotiate as a Democrat. They have their values, I have mine. We shall meet at the middle, but we're not going to meet at the middle by me saying, I'm going to give in to you. We've been doing that for too long, and what do we have? We have Republicans in charge. They came down here and they redistricted everything, and they didn't ask Democrats for help. They said, we're going to do it and you're going to like it, period. Is that what we want? So we don't negotiate with Republicans from a Republican point of view. We negotiate with Republicans from a Democratic point of view. That's what makes me a Democrat. You know, last night I sat with my sister, and she said, Felix, I finally figured it out. You're a Democrat. You're a real Democrat. Because this is the way that you feel, this is the way you talk. You're a Democrat. So, what am I running on? Of course, the economy is a big issue right now in Texas. You know, record unemployment. We need to put people back to work. So we need to create jobs. Healthcare, you know what's going on in Washington is a mess. So Washington needs to get back on track and get us a healthcare plan that we can adopt in Texas. Because we're not going to get one out of Boston. Not like Massachusetts or any other state like that. So we have to get Washington to work for us. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do anyway. Like he was saying about Chet Edwards, he's working for Texas. That's what we need. And on education, I am an educator. I am a teacher, okay? And if I was to give any advice or ask the legislature anything, I'd say, get rid of the text test now. This thing about teaching the test, it's not working. We're not educating kids anymore. You know, I respect teachers. They go in there and they work hard every day trying to educate kids. Because on the other side, you have administrators who are saying, teach a test. We're not into educating kids anymore. We're into teaching the test. And then we're fooling ourselves into believing that we're giving our kids a good education. We're not. And I realize that there are exceptions to everything, because there are pockets of excellence in Texas. But my primary concern right now are going to be the 3 huge urban school districts, actually 4 with El Paso, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, and San Antonio. They do need some help. We need to get away from the tax. There are so many things that we can do, that we need to do. You know, we're still educating kids as if this was 1950, 1960. That's a different ballgame. The competition that we have right now worldwide is tremendous. Some people like to say that Texas economy is going to continue growing and growing and growing and growing and expanding and expanding. It's not going to do it because, you know, right now, China, India, Russia, all those countries are competing with us. So we do need somebody in Austin who will look at the Texas economy and say, hey, we need to develop industries that are not going to be outsourced. We need to keep the jobs in Texas. our community colleges and our colleges need to come up with programs for jobs that are going to stay in Texas. This is where we need the jobs. This is where we need to retain the jobs. And our school system we need to modify our school system so that, you know, especially my main opponent says that he's going to fix the dropout rate in Texas. You can't fix the dropout rate because it's something that develops over a long period of time, and it develops grades 1, 2, and 3. So if you go back and you fix grades 1, 2, and 3, you're going to fix the dropout rate too. The other thing that we have to do, we have to replace all these old buildings, because some of the buildings that we're using right now in Texas to teach our kids, some third world countries have better buildings than we do. I've seen them. And as I drive around and driving down here, I'm taking pictures of what I call rural Texas, okay? And you put all these pictures together, and things look pretty grim. So all rural Texas, and that includes Granbury and Glen Rose, when people start looking for a job, and they're not going to be able to find it here, I'm going to ask you one question. Where do you think they're going to go? Right down the street, Dallas. And our urban centers are going to continue growing, and they're going to create more problems. So, somewhere along the line, we're going to have to get to work and look at Texas as a growing, almost a country within a country. Right now, we're the 12th largest economy in the whole wide world. That is huge. In fact, between California and Texas, I think we have over half of the economy of the whole United States. So we need somebody in Austin to work for us. We need somebody there who's going to be looking at the future and say, this is what we need, folks. We waited long enough. And I'll tell you, you look at the Republicans and you go out there and tell everyone that you know, we don't need them in office anymore because they have created, they have created a mess. They just have not improved anything. Look at all the social criteria that we have, all the standards, all the statistics. And we're near the bottom. Give me 4 years and at least I'll bring it up to 25, but right now they're approaching 50. That's not acceptable anymore. It was never has been acceptable. You go down to South Texas and you find all the colonias over there. And I said, my God, who's been minding the store? Why do we compete with Brazil for favelas, for slums? That's what we're competing with. Is there an excuse for that? What can Republicans say that they have done? They're still there. And we show them off with pride. Is that what we want for Texas? No. We need somebody right now who can look at the needs of Texas in the future and who can lead the legislature into improving things for Texas. Otherwise, things are not going to be really looking real good. So I've been by Glen Rose before. I ran for Congress one time and I wanted to see the Comanche Peak. And I asked myself this question, is this viable? Can we use nuclear energy in the rest of Texas? Because we are going to be needing a lot of energy in Texas. You know, they projected, right now we're projecting in about 25 years, the population of Texas will double. Can you imagine that? Can we sustain doubling the population with the facilities or with our current education system? And that's going to be the most important thing, education. Because if you don't have an educated workforce, you're just going to have more favelas, more colonias. Except they're not going to be down there in South Texas. They're going to be right here in the Metroplex. Is that what we want? And I hope that's not what you want. That's why I'm running for governor. Because I know that I have the expertise to get people to work together to fix it. I'm Felix Alvarado. Thank you.